The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. While they struggle to save Parandisi, we want to thank our regulars, Kurt and Chris, and special thanks to our guests for joining us for a new frontier. Thank you to Bridget, Kelly, and Mike. We look forward to seeing you again. Enjoy the podcast. Hi, and welcome to The Shed for Adventures from the Shed. Find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. Hey, we're going to jump right back into our adventure here in Parandisi. We're playing a new frontier. As soon as we hear some people's names, and, well, at least remembered characters' names, we'll get right back into it. Who's first here?
Hey, this is Chris. I'm playing somebody that doesn't remember crap half the time.
Yo-Yo the Flame Boy.
Yay!
Yo, the Flame Boy.
I'm a dangerous person, apparently, according to Trillium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, this is Kelly. I'm playing Trillium the Druid.
And this is Kurt. I am playing Breton, the Ranger, with his wolf companion Cloud,
Who became a cloud last time.
who literally became a cloud at the end of the episode.
And I am Laramie Burnsteel, Paladin Josia Go Joe.
Go, Joe.
Played by Mike Robertson.
And I am Joe, the game master for this game. Quick recap of where we were last time. We followed the trail to underneath the treasury and found all of the stones that were missing from the Cathedral of Josia. The players staged an ambush for the next time that the figures returned. When the figures returned, they were kind of animated cloaks that were also guiding a levitated stone, and that was from the church. They found behind that group was Drummond. He was actually holding a staff, orchestrating the whole levitation and the cloak thingy. Laramie tackled Drummond to the ground. Uriel charged forward, and the old man wizard appeared, and he stopped Uriel, or the artist formerly known as Uriel.
He snuffed me out.
From proceeding further, and then when Uriel got all pissy, he put his sword out as well. And then Laramie was taken off of Drummond and put into the same magical net in midair. And Drummond has retreated back towards the wizard and is kind of going nya after spitting disappointment at Laramie. And right before we left off, Cloud had charged forward and turned into cloud, mist, passed through the magical web, and turns back into the wolf on the other side and lands at the feet of the wizard, and Drummond snarling with her teeth bared. What does she do next, Kurt? Breton?
Right, so, I'm not sure if we want to be trying to kill Drummond or the wizard at this point, so I think she's probably going to kind of pin him down.
Whom?
And hold him.
Whom?
Drummond.
Okay.
Although I don't know how we're going to get through that barrier. So.
I mean, that's why, maybe the wizard is making that barrier.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's
It's
true.
up to you, though.
Yeah, the whole time, from the time the wizard stopped Yo-Yo the Flame Boy, his right hand has been up.
Oh, okay.
The whole time. So he's like
I was
holding
thinking it was maybe
that
Drummond with his
barrier. His left hand poofed out the flame sword. His left hand got Laramie off of Drummond. And
Gotcha.
I assume Drummond picked up his staff.
the staff is just off to the side. Technically, it was just used as a levitation wand.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah.
he didn't pick it back up. It's just there.
Okay.
Well, in that case, I think I would have Cloud kind of threaten the wizard, like in an intimidation, in the hopes that he would put his hands down to defend himself, or otherwise break his concentration on.
Well, just the act of being there and growling isn't doing anything for the wizard's morale or lack thereof. The wolf is having no effect on him, just standing there baring the teeth.
Okay, so can she tackle him and
Cloud, please
bite his
bite him.
right arm
Please bite.
with her +4 ferocity that she now has?
And that's what I was going to say. So how would you play that out? Because I'm going to require a roll out of that, and we typically don't let the animal companion react or act outside of the ranger. So how would we want to play that out? Rather than me just make something up, how do you think it should play out?
I mean, we're supposed to, I think, kind of attack together so that I can use command.
Yep.
I know that I'm probably not going to be able to get through that barrier unless she knocks it down. But I
Okay.
think we could coordinate it so that if she's able to attack him and he drops the barrier, then I can also be firing an arrow, not to
Okay.
kill him, but to
Like shoulder hit.
So
Yeah,
let's pretend that over the years you've developed a routine with Cloud that we've never really explored on the podcast. What command do you use for attack?
Chomper, sick balls.
Sick balls. Chomp her sick balls. Nice.
Stand by me.
Stand by me reference for those who aren't.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be me. I'm aren't. All right. So the idea being, if this is a coordinated attack, then that's what you want to do. You want to issue your command. All right. So let's you go ahead and roll a volley, and let's see what the end result is. 'Cause
Okay.
you'll add your the ferocity to the attack. What is the number that adds to the attack?
So when I do command
Yeah.
and we attack the same target, I add its ferocity to my damage.
Okay. Anything to the
Which,
attack?
no, unfortunately not.
All right. Well, let's see
I'm
how
not
it
actually
works
trying
out.
to do real damage,
Yep.
but it's the way this works. Oh yeah, I rolled 8 plus 3 dex is 11.
So, Cloud, excuse me, leaps forward towards what? I mean, do you want a specific spot that Cloud is leaping towards on the wizard?
His right shoulder.
Full, 6
Yeah.
foot something wizard. I
Yeah.
want to say, I said he was 6'7" or something, really tall dude.
He's gonna be pinning him kind of up on his chest, but particularly on that right shoulder because he was holding
Okay.
his right arm out.
So that happens. When you release the arrow, just as it's starting to fly in that direction, that's when the web breaks, and those who were in motion and held kind of fall. Your arrow goes through and hits the wizard square in the chest, and when that happens, Trillium's arrow also resumes its momentum and knocks the wizard's hat off because Cloud moved it, but the arrow she shot knocked its hat off instead of hitting him in the head. And Drummond has this look of panic in his eyes and turns to run away. The wizard looks disturbed. Like, if there's an expression on his face, it's WTF. What's going on?
Right. And no problem shooting Drummond in the knees. Bring him down, so I can do called shot to
He's also
incapacitate.
fast, remember. Drummond has gotten away from you a couple of times now.
Right.
So anybody at this point, anyone's free to act because you have been freed from
I'm going
the
to start
web.
running after Drummond,
That was my assumption that is what you would do.
like full speed ahead.
I'm going to go after the wizard.
Okay. Now the wizard has just gotten pushed back against the wall. He's going to be easy to reach. He's 15 feet away from you tops.
Right.
So a couple of long strides and Laramie's there. He's not a short guy either.
I'd like to shoot at Drummond. Maybe not like a deadly shot, but something
Okay.
to
Slow him down.
You
let
want
him
to
know.
slow down the dwarf. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give it's just going to be another volley. You pull out another arrow and let loose in his direction.
Here we go.
Because that will reach before even an expedited Uriel.
All right, so that's 10.
10? Okay.
Yep.
So with
7
the
plus
purpose being to slow him down, we'll let it hit him in the back of the leg.
Okay.
And he'll issue another of his regular now grunts from being hit by you guys. And he kind of stumbles forward.
again!
And as he's stumbling, Uriel does what?
Well, I assume he's outside now.
No, you got 50 feet to get outside at least.
All right, I want to drag him outside
Just want to grab him and drag him.
by his beard.
Damn.
He'll put up a fight, so this is going to be strength. He doesn't want to be dragged by Yo-Yo the Flame Boy. I mean, who
Yo-Yo
does,
the Flame.
though, really? What you got?
A niner.
Niner? Are there any options of making
Yeah.
it
Yeah, yeah,
10?
for sure.
Sure.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
just-
Make it a 10.
Okay. So you grab him by the beard, and he is so concerned with his beard and the pain he's feeling from you dragging his, stocky, I don't know, dwarves weigh like 800 pounds, but you're just dragging him along by the beard, right? And the arrow sticking out of the back of his leg. The shaft snaps as you're dragging him, so it's stuck in the back of his leg. And while
That's
you're
got-
dragging him, the snap part of the staff
Oh, it's
keeps
hitting-
shaft
yeah.
keeps grabbing on little things, and so he's screaming about the pain in his beard and the pain in his leg, and just he's pretty miserable. Inside still, Laramie, the wizard's there. You've reached him, and you're hearing. Just as you reach the wizard, Uriel goes flying by, grabs the dwarf by the beard, and starts dragging him out. And you're at the wizard.
Yeah, and I'm like, good boy, Cloud. I pat him on the head, and then
Good girl.
He changes all the time.
when it's a mist, it's a male mist.
Yeah, there you go.
The mister.
Oh my god.
And then he'll like just swing out with his the butt of his sword and just sort of try to knock this guy out.
Clock the wizard.
Just clock him in the head.
You know, I will take that as a hack and slash. On a successful hack and slash, you will clock the wizard and knock him out.
All right.
And I mean like a 10+ hack and slash here.
Well,
I don't know if you're going to get that close.
No, that's a 5 on the dice plus
right.
3 is an 8.
All right, you might just hurt him and piss him off. So let's deal damage.
Okay.
Because in this case, I mean, he's a pretty sturdy feller overall. Now, he ain't no paladin, but he's pretty sturdy.
I don't think I'd be smiting him with a.
Well, how
punch.
pissed is he? Would you be using the power of Josiah in your blow? Because that's the idea of the smite.
No, because if I was, I would run him through.
Okay.
I think I'd be just knocking him out here.
Okay.
Okay.
So just a couple of damage.
That's 4.
All right. So you hit him, and the butt of the sword makes a cut across his chin, and he starts bleeding into his white beard, and he actually starts to look angry instead of confused.
You think they wrote that in the book?
Imposters! What are you doing here? What is Breton going to do before we head outside to see what's up? Because Breton just shot an arrow, and now you got seconds have passed. How's he following that up?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're under control, right? I mean, Breton's got his. I mean, Drummond's gotten taken by the beard, and Laramie's got.
Well,
the
you
wizard.
don't know what's happening with Drummond, except that Uriel has taken him. Now,
Right.
at this point, with the seconds that have passed, Uriel is now out of sight with Drummond. And so far, Drummond's been a badass, so he could be killing Uriel as far as you know.
That's true.
And inside, the three of you are with the wizard.
Right. I guess I would probably run outside,
Yeah.
follow Uriel, give him a little backup.
So when Breton goes to follow you and he reaches the entrance, and are you bringing him outside into the snow?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see Uriel drag him out into the snow, and then what happens?
I start channeling flames into the sky to watch the world burn on top of Drummond.
Read that one out for us again.
When you open a channel to the burning plains and call a firestorm, tell the GM what you're sacrificing, so I have to obviously do that.
Yep.
The sky opens up and fire pours like rain from it within an area about equal to a small village. Everyone and everything in the area takes the damage as appropriate.
Okay.
A 10+, I can extinguish a storm when needed. 7 to 9, it rages out of control a little bit, spreading and gusting.
Out of control a little bit.
It's the size of a village.
Wait, there's summoning a village where
this is
fire
already
down onto
this
Drummond?
area is already destroyed. The building's
Yeah.
gone here, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's I'm worried about it. And then on a miss, something cruel, intelligent, and hungry comes with the storm.
Whoa.
So that could be fun too.
Okay. So this is what Breton. Excuse me. This is what Breton sees right at the entrance. Go ahead. What do you think you want to sacrifice?
You already sacrificed
I
your
want to
name.
sacrifice that I don't remember my name, so you get it back. Something big, something important. Perhaps an organ.
You can do that.
No, I don't. We haven't established. You got to sacrifice something, but in order for it to be a sacrifice, it has to be something important.
Yeah. Because last time I sacrificed information about the symbols and all that stuff, about the magic weapon and all that.
If you want, I can just come up with one. It's going to be big, though.
Yeah, do it, because I have an idea, but that's almost too crazy. But
Okay. What you lose this time is any memory of blacksmithing.
yeah,
Wow.
That's shitty.
we'll see. 11.
11. That's a 10+.
Yep.
Okay, so fire. Now,
on
last
fire.
time, like your arm was blackening and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Can you describe it again?
Yeah, so when I start channeling it into the sky, my arm starts to get like charcoal and blackened as it starts to go up my arms, and it's almost it
What
almost gets like
happens-
red
What
hot.
happens
and wet.
above you as
Yeah, it starts
like
to
this
go-
funnel of heat happens?
Yeah, it's like
It
rips
sta-
open the sky. It opens up like a plane
but
of fire.
it starts making it rain because
Yeah.
the snow is
Right.
melting, and then it's just steam in the air as the snow is immediately turned to steam from the heat. Okay, and continue.
And then it just starts. Yeah, basically rips open a channel into the plane of fire.
Okay,
So it just starts dumping down on top of Drummond.
and it's really hot, Brett.
Yeah, you might wanna
I was
Right
gonna
there.
say, I'm backing away as fast as
Might
possible.
want to get out of
from
here,
this
man.
And-
Apocalypse.
And others inside, you start to feel heat coming from the tunnel from outside, like a blast furnace kind of heat coming from the outside.
I did tell
Yeah,
him
my
it was
eyes get
gonna be
real
a
red,
bad
like
day for
fiery
him.
and stuff.
Yeah, you did. You did tell him it would be a bad day. He just didn't know how bad at the time. And you guys in there with the wizard, the wizard's eyes kind of get like a blue fire in them. He's clearly angry, and there's an energy that hums off of him, and everyone that's near to him, you're just kind of pushed back with the amount of energy, and it's like irresistible. You're pushed back from him. What do you do?
Want to fight the power.
Fight the power. How do you fight the power? There's no fight the power move. You actually have to come
I
up
just
with something.
sort of want to like press my body through it so I can get
Okay.
as close enough to like stab him.
Okay. Breton, as you come back in, it's only 50 feet, so you get back in close enough, and you see it's almost like a blue, almost tangible ball of energy around the wizard, pushing back those that were there. Is there anything you want to try and do?
I mean, I'm still not sure we want to kill the wizard.
And you know I'm going to ask you too, Trillium, so you'll be thinking
Right.
in the meantime.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Right, because I mean, well, do you think you can get any information out of him? Do you think? Does he think it was like just a joke? He's not really worried about us at all, or
Right. I mean, I feel like we want to talk to him before we kill
we
him.
could kind of talk to him when he's dead. Still, we have that option available.
I talk to him all day long if you want.
So
Yeah.
there is that.
I feel like
but
killing the balance master might be a bad call for
that
us.
could, yeah.
But it
that's-
seems
that's-
on par with
that's
this
pretty heavy.
party.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
true.
heavy.
Although I do like to pin people by the. Yeah. I'm gonna do called shot on the wizard.
Okay. He's not paying attention to you, so I'd allow that.
Okay. Yep. So when I attack a defenseless or surprise enemy at range, I can choose to deal my damage in certain ways. I'm gonna try to do the. Let's see. I guess I'll go head. They do nothing but stand and drool for a few moments.
And just so you know, kind of like what I did with Laramie and knocking him out, I'm going to call a little bit of a technicality in that you'll have to get a 10 plus for it to work. Because technically, he's not defenseless. He has an orb of energy around him.
right.
However, you're
do it.
going
That's
for
fine.
the unexpected
Yeah,
shot.
that's all right. I got +3 on my dex.
So it will have to be a 10 plus for you to get what you want.
Oh no, 7 total.
All right. So the arrow bounces off the ball.
Okay.
And then at that point, when Trillium sees that happen, what does she do?
Okay, so Uriel is outside.
Rain
With-
and fire.
You
Basically, just see
Rain
fire
and
and
fire.
storm.
Yeah.
very bright
You'll
outside.
you'll hear thunderous noises and feel the heat. You just don't, from where you guys are, where the wizard is, you don't see it.
Okay. So Uriel is out there. I don't know that it's raining fire,
No, but it's not snow.
but it's warm and
Feels good
yeah.
outside.
Okay.
Yeah, you can be pretty positive that what's falling out there is not snow. What you want to do?
I want to get Uriel in here.
Okay, so you want to just head out there then?
I mean, I kind of just want to take a peek
Yeah.
and
So
see.
I guess she's just like with Brett and Laramie. You guys got the wizard, right? I'm gonna go see what's happening outside.
Pretty much. Like, you guys seem like you got it going on.
Yeah.
I'm going to peek out here, see what Uriel's doing, and
Okay.
now, where is Drummond at this point?
Well, that's what you'll find out. What we'll do is we'll just let you get to the point where you can walk and look outside.
Okay.
And when you get out there, Uriel standing with his fist clenched around some beard hair, and like charred remains of something at his feet.
Okay.
And you did well with your roll on the firestorm. So presumably, when he's dead, you're putting.
Yeah, but I want to make sure he's just he's complete ash.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
close enough to ash.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay. So can I just
Scorched earth.
You're-
He's
Yeah.
scorched earth.
Uriel,
There's like an imprint of a
come
humanoid
back.
body.
Yeah.
Wait, Uriel. Hey you, Fireboy, Tank.
Hey, you fireboy tank.
You see, like his arms are just black and his eyes are like flaming. You know,
Okay. Yeah, I
his
want
hair,
Uriel.
his hair is almost like.
I want
flaming.
Uriel to interact with the wizard a little bit because something tells me that there's something going on there.
Okay. So in the meantime, Laramie, let's do a strength roll to see how if you can get past the wizard's blue ball.
Okay.
Wizard has blue balls.
One blue ball of energy.
Just one.
Just one, yeah. That doesn't look like it.
It's a 7.
Yeah. It's like as much as you can push forward, it pushes back.
But he doesn't stop trying.
Hey, yeah. And the wizard is just, it's like seething. There's a little bit of steam coming off him. That spot that you cut on his chin, the blood that's come off into his beard is turning into like a glowing thing that has little wisps coming off of it, almost like it's on fire. Like you're boiling his blood. In the not good way. Not the way that Uriel would boil his blood. Yeah. Breton, you're there. Your arrow bounced off his big blue ball. What else you want to try?
I could use some distraction here.
Yeah, I mean, Cloud is perfect for distraction, right?
Yeah, how so?
Well, I mean, I really want to set him up for Laramie
Yeah.
and or these guys, so, I mean...
He's going to have to get through the blue ball, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how would you do that?
I don't know. I mean, has anyone gotten through the blue ball
There
yet?
is
I have an
precedence
idea.
for your wolf getting through the wizard's magic once.
Yeah.
What's your idea?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say a few seconds pass, or a half a minute passes when you're struggling against the ball and the wizard's building up his energy. Trillium convinces Uriel to come back in.
Right. Okay.
So we're there.
I want to speak to those stones again and see if they can offer any help, being that they were the stones that they were taken specifically because they have some sort of power, some sort of
Yes,
energy, right?
Collectively, they have the power of the church that was standing in the way of whatever was supposed to happen.
So maybe they can help us with this. Maybe.
Although at the same time, I'm picturing you, like, walking past me trying to fight to this wizard, and you're just like, hold on a sec,
I'll
I'm
be
going
right
to talk, getting stoned with these rocks over here. And it's like,
Hey.
I could see it, though. I could actually see that.
Getting stoned
Yeah.
means speaking to stones, by the way. That's all I'm doing. It's contributing to the well-being of the party.
well, I don't feel like
They
I'm going
always
to be
have
well very
excuses, don't
often
they?
here.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to
Huh?
I want to check in on the stones and see if they can offer any sort of like, hey, can you help us with this power, this magic, this wizard, this what's going on in here?
So, yeah, I mean, a lot of the buzz is worn off. I didn't know it would wear off so fast. But the whole Josiah thing, I think from what's going on, it's like time for Josiah to go away. And if it doesn't go away, maybe that would piss off the wizard.
Josiah doesn't go away.
Yeah, because they're trying to dismantle it. Because that's what I was part of. Me and this guy and that guy and that guy and that. If Rox could point, he'd be pointing to all the ones
Okay.
he's sitting on top of.
So the wizard
like-
doesn't want is it Josiah or Josiah?
Just see.
Yeah.
Josiah. So the
Josiah.
wizard doesn't want Josiah.
Well, it's just part of balance, man.
I feel like
So
the stone's like the dude.
at this time, you know, gods come and gods go. Rocks are forever. And I think it's supposed to be time for that god to go away. Which is kind of a bummer, being part of that church. But I'll go on to do something else. Maybe they'll build a bridge out of me.
Okay.
But if you find a way for Josiah to hang out, like maybe if there was a powerful ally of Josiah around or something, who knows? Uh-oh. Someone's passing notes in class. So yeah, man.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Rock on.
Yeah, rock on. Thanks.
That should have been the standard greeting and dismissal.
And
Rock on, dude. Yeah,
go
rock
Joe.
on.
But not really.
I mean, yeah, go Joe. Cool. I don't mind being part of the cathedral.
Bridge,
right.
cathedral, it's
The
all
ivy
good.
can itch, but aside from that.
Okay.
Go.
So our helpful paladin here, I'm relaying all this to him.
Just see her shouting back down
I'm
the
a little
hall.
busy right now.
But I mean, this would affect you though, knowing that
Yeah.
Josiah,
Josiah.
his time is up.
I don't believe that is true because this guy is not a good person.
Army does not subscribe to the concept of the death of Josiah.
So I will agree to disagree on this one here.
Okay. Now, we got to get that staff.
Yeah, it's just laying on the floor.
What you gonna do with it?
We want to move those stones
Back to the
back
cathedral.
to
Who's gonna do it and how you gonna do
Josiah.
it?
You could also just smack him with a stone.
They are
That's
pretty
true.
darn heavy. These are the building blocks of a cathedral.
Okay, so refresh my memory. Who's got the wizard right now?
I am fighting through a big ball of energy around the wizard.
Yes.
Mike is working on his blue ball.
Right.
And Cloud is nearby, and Breton is nearby.
Right. I was going to try to break through the ball here shortly.
I was thinking of different ways that Cloud, as the wolf that I've pictured in my head, would be reacting to this, like scratching at it, trying to bite it, lick it, trying to figure out how to get past the thing, and just not having any luck until commanded to do otherwise. So in my head, that's all playing out, whether you think about it or not.
Okay.
Yeah,
And Uriel is on his way in.
I see Uriel probably still steaming,
Yeah. Okay. The
and it's not
staff-
as hot as it was before. It heated up in this tunnel, and it'll take a few minutes for that heat to dissipate. But
Okay.
it's
And where's the staff? Is it
On the
outside
floor.
or is it?
Around the hallway.
Is it
within
inside?
10 feet of where you guys are. Within 10 feet of the wizard's area. How about that? Between the wizard and the room of rocks. Stones.
Could we use the staff against the wizard?
It's just a
Maybe.
levitation stuff, so I mean you can move them around probably.
I mean,
Why don't you
Although
just?
if
how about
the
this?
rocks are...
Why don't you just collapse the whole tunnel on top of the wizard, and we'll just leave? Why don't you do that?
And shout, "You shall not pass," while you do it.
Yeah.
that actually.
I mean, I am standing there,
The
so...
look. The look's like, yeah.
Just tell everybody to leave, and you just dump the whole place on top of them. I mean, that's my kind of thing.
If he could.
Do we want
you just
to
ran to
return
Village
the
of
stones
Fire.
to the
Yes.
cathedral?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
could always but you could always open up another passageway to get to the stones.
Let's levitate the stones out of the opening or whatever. Like levitate the stones outside, and then collapse the whole thing on the wizard, just like you said.
We
That
got
might
then-
take a little while.
yeah, that's going to take
I mean,
too long to do that.
he could be a supernova energy at any minute here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's
You-
true.
I don't know. I don't know if the
Yeah,
stones
but-
would go through the energy since they're sort of anti him.
Anti him.
Okay.
How
that
big's the
makes-
passageway? You get 2 people, 3?
It's been big enough for whatever it needs
Yeah,
so
okay.
far.
I mean, like we could get. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna worry about it.
They're not small rocks.
No. These are pretty
Yeah.
chunky.
And I don't know what the right weight would be, but they're like 3-foot cubes, although they're rectangles. So, about that. They're big. You need a lot of Egyptians to move them.
While they're deciding, can I get another shot at trying to get through there?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
All right.
go for it.
I'm all for it.
Come on.
Because I just see you struggling the whole time.
Yeah.
Beads of sweat on Laramie
Yeah.
said, while the wizard's really just building up energy.
Oh, that's a 10 on the dice. Plus 3 is 13.
Okay.
Nice.
So at this point, you have. Where would you be pointing your sword on the wizard?
At his chest.
Okay. So your sword is right up to the cloth of his robe. And it's not pushing you back any farther, but you're not getting any closer. You're just right there. And you're almost enveloped in the blue ball of energy yourself. What else?
Any help would be nice.
Yeah, I'll do Burning Brand, but I'm going to do the From Hell's Heart version of it.
Oh, describe that again. I don't remember last time.
When you summon fire with any of your moves, you can replace it with the black fires of hell itself. This fire does not burn with heat and ignores armor, scorching the soul itself.
Yeah. Seems dastardly.
Yeah. That's 9, so I get 2 uses. Or
Okay.
2 things. So I'll probably do damage and then...
So now you have it. You have a flaming, a black flaming
Yes,
weapon,
it's like blackened, yeah.
but it does not emit heat. What else is Breton up to?
Is Uriel still very charcoal also?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like
he's
it has a
dark blade with
it has
charcoal
dissipated,
arm.
yeah.
Yeah. What is
I think
Breton up
Brett
to?
would be at this point commanding Cloud to try to get through the blue ball.
And how would you be trying to help?
I mean, normally I'd be attacking as well,
Yep.
which is what I need to do for command, but we've already
I mean,
seen
you
that
still
my attacks
can.
can't get through, but I guess I have to kind
Well,
of
the
make it work.
last time you did this, it did work. Remember with the whole cloud
Right.
and the arrow flying.
Right. Yeah, so I think I would do the same thing again.
Okay.
So I guess
So
I
what is the attack command again?
Unleash hell.
yeah, it's just a volley.
No. What is your attack
Chopper
command?
sick balls.
Oh, chopper sick balls. Which isn't really, but it just seemed funny when I said it.
So then what is
I
it
would just
really?
say, you go, girl.
You go.
You go, girl.
So that could be the kind of thing you'd say in casual conversation too. So just you're sitting in a bar talking to somebody,
There's a lot of
and
accidental
and you're getting
callings.
along with this nice lady you're talking to, and you say, "You go, girl." What does Cloud do? Could ruin a lot of relationships.
Might be a little aggressive sometimes, but she's really
But
cute.
she's really stubborn.
She's
so
really
maybe
cute
like-
and stubborn, so people sometimes forgive her. 7 on the dice, that'd be 10.
10. Okay, so that will get you. What's your attack?
I mean, mine is the volley with the called shot.
So you're just going to shoot. Well, it no longer would be a called shot
Ah.
because the wizard now really knows you're there
It
and
would
that
just-
you're attacking.
it would
There's
just
no
be a volley,
distraction.
which I don't know if the blue
So,
ball
but
is
you're
gonna
going to shoot
block it.
you're going to shoot an arrow.
Correct.
Okay.
As a distraction, mostly for Cloud.
Kind of the same thing that was happening to Laramie. Cloud gets right up there, and right out of the mist, you see the bared fangs of Cloud right before the wizard, and your arrow stops, within millimeters of hitting the wizard. But you're like right there. It's like just waiting for one last thing to break through. What's the druid doing?
Like a sword of pure evil.
Yeah, like a sword of pure evil. Just waiting for that.
I mean, so with this blue ball, this blue energy ball, we're just kind of beasting it with our strength. Like,
So
At the
far.
moment. Yeah.
okay.
Kinda
Well, a little bit of
energy.
trickery from Cloud. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily strength. It's just I can poof through it.
Right.
A little bamf action.
All right.
What do you think might work?
I'm thinking,
I'm gonna blow some smoke at him. Hey, man.
I'm thinking
Hey,
like,
wizard.
can I use? I don't know. I mean, how do you?
Do whatever you want.
Make
Yeah.
it up.
You could have the wall eat him.
Make it up, man.
Call all the hawks and the hawk
Yeah.
His head is covered with bird crap. It's the only thing that gets through the energy barrier.
I kind of want to,
Fecal
like, if
matter
we're
from
just kind of
flying
using our
animals.
own, like, strength, like, because I don't know what else I could do. Like,
Use what is the druid.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't have any magic, really, abilities to.
Nobody else is using magic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how I can get around all that. But
You should pull down the roof, the cave roof over his head. Your elemental mastery.
To be on our
that's what I was
too, though.
thinking
Collapse on
actually, doing like turn it into stone or having the cave kind of just like crumble.
Okay.
You know,
So what do you use to
I didn't
make
know if that was
happen?
lame.
What do you use to make that happen?
That's gonna be World Talker. Oh no, it's not.
If you're trying to move elements, that's the elemental mastery thing.
So read it.
That could be dangerous.
Read it out so we can hear what
That
it
could
is.
be
By
dangerous.
You mean also?
I like dangerous.
When you
Yeah,
call
yeah.
the primal spirits of fire, water, earth, or air to perform a task for you, roll plus wisdom. On a 10, choose 2. So basically, the result is the effect you desire comes to pass. You avoid paying nature's price, and you retain control.
But you can only pick, at best, you can only pick 2 of those things.
Right.
Right.
And at
So
worst,
always something could happen.
At worst, you'll kill 3 of us.
a catastrophe occurs as a
She could get all
result
4.
of your calling.
She probably could get all 4.
Oh, 5 if you count the wizard.
That would work. That
Okay.
would
Are you
maintain
still
balance,
holding
right?
on to Drummond's beard?
No, I figured I want all of him to be burned.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want anything left.
Because I figured your fire doesn't burn you and you were holding his beard.
Yeah, but I wanted to let
you
it
had
go.
it-
so it's-
okay. All right.
Yeah, dump it in.
I just want to make sure, in case it was a trophy or something.
Here we go.
I make a braid out of it.
Oh, wow.
So, 10.
So that's 9.
Oh yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Are there
'cause
any
it's plus
chips around
3
on the
with
table?
wisdom.
Better get, yeah. Better get
Yeah,
the
there's
chip.
one.
Better get the chip in
Sorry.
there.
Oh, yay. Okay, so 10. It comes to pass.
Yes, what you want.
Okay.
With elemental masteries. I can tell you from experience, it's nice to succeed on that roll.
Yeah. So essentially, what I want you to do is tell me the one of the 3 that you don't pick, because that's what I get to do with it.
Okay. Out of the 3, let's see, we've got your desire comes to pass,
Yeah.
I want that.
you avoid paying nature's price, and you retain control. How about we do, I don't know what nature's price would be.
I get to tell. I get to tell you that. I get to tell the one you don't choose. I get to tell you what comes out of it.
I mean, that one seems like the one to me, but I mean, you
To
could
choose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nature's price.
That's what I was going to go for, and then retain control. I mean,
Because if you
Joke.
don't retain control, you're going to collapse the whole tunnel. Right on top of everyone that's not you. It's up to you, though. It's totally
But
fine.
we're at
Oh,
like the
God.
penultimate point of the adventure, which means the price is going to be pretty damn big.
I'm good either way. If we all get dumped on, that's fine. I'm good with it now. I don't have
right.
a name anymore. I'm good. I'm good.
So let's do the first 2. Desire comes to pass, and avoid paying nature's price.
But you don't retain control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go for it.
Okay. So I want to give everyone a chance to get out as soon as the roof starts collapsing. As soon as the place starts collapsing, who are you going to try to get out? Because it's clear that as soon as it starts collapsing, it is collapsing more than what she intended to happen.
Whoopsie.
Whoops. So if you're going to try and get out, tell me how you're going to try and get out, and we'll make a roll for it.
I'm going to put the dragon scale shield over my head.
Yeah.
And then move toward the exit.
Just start bolting. Let's call that Constitution,
Okay.
because you're going to let rocks fall on you, but you're going to try and make it through anyway.
Right.
Okay. What you got?
Okay. That's a 5 on the dice plus 3 is 8.
Okay. We're going to say you make it out, but on the way out, you're going to lose half your hit points.
That's fine.
Okay.
I guess I would be running, trying to use dexterity, zigging, zagging.
Okay.
Being quick.
I'm going to let Cloud get out for free.
Yeah, missed.
Poof.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll let that happen. But for you, go for it. Give me a defy danger with dexterity. Danger of being crushed to death. Let's defy it. Uh-oh.
4 plus 3 is 7.
Well, I'll give you the same result then. You make it out, lose half your hit points.
Okay. Oh, these
Uriel?
nuts.
No.
I want Uriel next because she's in the middle of it.
I want to hold the wizard there. I want to pin him down, make sure he can't leave.
Oh,
Are you
interesting.
sacrificing yourself?
Because, I mean, part of this is I'm going to have the effect follow the druid a little bit. So that's why I wanted her to leave him last. She needs to... She's maintaining some semblance of control while
Right.
it's going out of control.
But I want him getting away.
Okay. So you're just going to hang out there?
Yeah.
Okay. The ceiling's collapsing. Kelly's got this look on her face like, what?
Like, what the heck? What are you doing?
So
Get out of
shout,
there.
Yeah, shout at him.
Flame boy, get out. What are you doing?
Somebody's got to hold him here.
And so it's collapsing, and bits of the rock and stuff that are falling are getting through the blue barrier, and the wizard is getting hit, and he's clearly getting damaged. He gets a broken arm, and he gets knocked to the ground, and he's clearly unconscious after a few seconds. And he's being crushed. But in the meantime, you are also, because you're standing there watching for this to happen. So here's what we're going to do. You, both of you, while standing there and watching for this to happen, you will lose half of your hit points.
Okay.
And then if you want to try and get out, let's see if you can make it out.
Okay.
Because it's kind of
gonna
out
go-
of control
you-
now.
Naki, you go first.
You want me to roll for it?
Now, for the two that have made it out, you are outside as there starts to develop this sinkhole right underneath the treasury, and the top level of all the broken building and everything, those big stones and everything are falling into this hole that has been created underneath.
What do I need? What am I going for?
What would you be using to get away? Are you just trying to run fast? Are you trying to dodge rocks? Are you trying to find the watching ahead of you and find the best way out? And really, what we're looking for is what stat are you going to roll against?
Yeah. I'm gonna
You're pretty
do.
fast.
I'll do dexterity. Just get
So
the
you're
hell
just
out
going
of
to
there.
try and run fast and weave past things that are falling that are obvious. Let's see if you make it.
I'm trying to think what I could do to help Uriel.
Don't worry about me.
I'm worried about you, man. I'm worried about you.
Too late. She's already worried.
And I caused this. I'm causing this damage.
Oh, yes, you
Just
are.
get out of
And
It was all you.
I want my people to be
Yeah.
okay.
here. You have survival, but I'm not your people.
I mean,
You have become part
you
of her.
have become, yeah, my people.
It's weird that the only person who doesn't know who Uriel is still is Uriel.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everyone else kind of knows who he is.
Do they?
for their worlds, yeah.
That's right. Go. Dexterity.
Make
Run
roll.
for it.
Make roll go.
This is like split second.
Oh, she's super fast.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm out.
All right, so she makes it out. Uriel.
I'm gonna grab the staff and use it to hold back any of the rocks falling and run out.
Ooh, I'm
Oh,
gonna give you a
okay.
chance on this. So first off, I want to see if the staff has gotten broken.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you an even or odd shot. You pick odd or even, roll any die.
Oh, any die?
Anyone, because they're all equal number of sides.
All right, so we'll go odd.
Okay, what did you get? It's
Well,
an
no.
even number. The staff is broken.
Okay. Well, I just gotta have to trudge through then.
So you go to reach for the staff, and you see it's in splinters.
This was Drummond's
It was a
staff.
cool idea,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
the,
I mean,
the
yeah.
levitation staff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Because of
like
all the stuff,
levitate the
you
rocks.
already lost half your hit points. I'm like, with all the stuff that's already fallen, there's got to be a chance that staff got damaged.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
yeah.
That's fine.
So I was just going to give it a 50-50 shot. He's looking for something spectacular.
I got nothing. All right. I guess I'm just gonna have to walk out. See if I can walk out of here. I just want to make sure that dude, because I had my weapon gun. I wanted to make sure he was done.
So when you just said you're going to walk out of there, I picture you just plodding steps
Yeah,
out of there. It
yeah,
doesn't matter
yeah,
what
exactly.
hits you.
Yeah,
Screw it.
exactly.
I'd live or die. It
Yep,
doesn't matter.
yeah.
That's Constitution.
All right. 11.
So you do it.
Yes. Thank you.
So those standing outside, you see as Uriel is approaching the entrance, which is rapidly collapsing, little rocks and bits of dust are falling and hitting him, and like the little bits of dust are bursting into little fireballs that kind of fall off of him. He's just pissed off at the world. And behind you now, Uriel, and everyone else can see, the whole thing just sinks like deeper and deeper and deeper. It's a crater that after a minute you can't see the bottom of it. But the whole thing just falls down into some kind of abyss or something.
And
Sorry
I
about your
say,
cathedral rocks.
I'm sorry,
I'm
guys.
sure they're still around in there. We'll just have to get an excavation team down there.
Maybe Trillium can call down to them, make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. And looking down at the bottomless pit now, you also notice that there's no snow falling either, and the sky kind of clears up. there's still snow. I mean, outside of the circle, the size of a village
Yeah,
that
it's
got
burnt.
torched. The ground's a little muddy. Warm mud. I don't know if I've ever walked in warm mud. That's probably discomforting.
Is there
Like a lava pit.
is there enough of Drummond to do Speak with Dead with him?
No,
No, he's gone. Okay.
definitely not. No.
I don't care what he had to say anymore.
Yeah, he's pretty much past deceased.
Fine.
Bretton's like, "Hey, Cloud," looking around for his wolf.
Oh, so you communicate with Cloud anyway. And I guess what I'm thinking in my head is Cloud's still just mist kind of flying around, just having fun. And Cloud says, "Oh, yeah, I'm right here." Poof, and there's a wolf. Like she forgot, hey, I should be a wolf too.
Right.
We all say, "Oh, Cloud."
Oh, Cloud.
Throw our heads back in laughter.
Yeah.
So now I want to hear some more about what do your characters do next in their lives? Where do they go from here? Because the world is going to be in a little bit of chaos for a bit.
Well, I would have
Since y'all
said
disrupted the fabric of balance,
Right? That wizard.
what might be happening next?
so. I forget how to do blacksmithing. Is that what you said?
Not only do you forget how, but you forget you ever even cared about it.
So do I even remember that I have forges in
Nope.
a couple cities? Okay, that's fine. That's cool.
Nope.
Except Brett knows that he had forges in the other cities.
Yeah, I mean, other
So we
people
can
do
tell him
know,
that.
so this could be some kind of rehab for a while.
Right.
So let him know what his name was and what he used to do.
Right. Which you may or may not care about at this point, or you could have a whole new life.
Yeah.
And the interesting part is
Food
because
cart.
of Uriel's backstory, he may have done those things 2 lives past as well.
Yeah.
This may be his 3rd time learning blacksmithing from nothing.
Right. Well,
That's funny.
I mean, if we have this higher level of chaos because of our actions, Brenton's kind of going to continue what he did, which is helping, like, basically protect towns and cities from monsters or animals and things that are coming to attack from the outside. But hopefully also working with Trillium because he wants to learn some of these cool druid skills that she has, like
Okay.
being able to open chasms and collapse caves.
Yeah.
They create bottomless abysses.
Oh, Lord. Trillium, her heart is heavy because she has made connections with these people. And she just put them in a potentially dangerous, life-threatening situation. So instead of being classic Trillium and running back into the forest, she's deciding to stay and possibly help rebuild the cathedral, possibly help Uriel understand that
Rebuild Uriel.
right.
Yeah.
And Trillium believes that no matter what, there's balance in nature. So she's not too concerned about
Wait till she sees cats and dogs getting along.
the balance.
Mass hysteria.
So her heart lies with her friends.
Aw.
That's Trillium's
Let's go.
thing. Yeah.
What might Laramie be doing next?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, being a paladin of Josie is his job, so he's gonna go home. There might be a little bit of a time where he'll help to try to get some of those stones back, or
Yeah.
even just fill the holes with stones that could have new stories written on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Some
after
things
that,
to
he goes home to Leesburg to his
Yeah.
wife and his daughters, and then goes back out
Now the next door duty.
Like the amount of chaos is neither here nor there, because he'd go back out and do, if there was no chaos, he'd go do
Yeah.
the normal amount of chaos. So he goes home for a couple months and they take a nice beach vacation. He tells them about his friends and it's just nice.
I can't envision Laramie on a beach vacation.
Over the next months into years, one of the things that happens around the world, no matter where you guys are, you either experience or you hear stories of pretty much anything that was larger than a hamlet, maybe 20 or 30 people, anything that was larger just descended into just utter anarchy. And all of the big cities have fallen, and it's just villages of people, pretty much as far as anybody knows throughout the world. Kind of like a reset of society. And finding yourselves in a world like that, what might your character be doing 5 years down the road?
I wanted Uriel to go find out if there's any more people like him. That would be his focus now.
Okay. So he could be traveling looking for
Yeah.
people like him.
Yeah, straight up kung fu, just traveling the planet.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. What about Breton? 5 years from the time everything has fallen down to, I mean, the biggest government there is the guy in charge of the village.
Well,
Probably be digging it.
Or woman.
yeah, I was gonna say, as a ranger, and a naturalist, I mean, he likes the social aspects of towns and cities, but he's not particularly enamored of the city structure at all. So it doesn't really bother him as long as it doesn't lead to kind of mass lawlessness and evil. And if it did, then that's something that he would be fighting against.
Lawlessness, yes. Not necessarily evil.
Right.
But each town has its own set of rules.
Right.
Like your HOA.
Right.
Right?
I mean, I think just-
They're not all the same, but there are similarities between them.
Right. I mean, you probably would almost go back to, guiding services and things like he was doing before. If I mean, it sounds like there's more frontier and more wilderness and more area to kind of
Yeah.
protect or.
I mean, 5 years down the road, Kingsbury has trees growing out of buildings where they weren't before.
Right.
One of the only places still left running there is the Gurgling Goldfish. But there are like 5 houses around it, buildings converted to houses. The rest of the city's kind of been razed. Just been a lot of craziness. What's Laramie up to?
I thought of a cool idea. All right. Like for a while, he just continues to just be a paladin, and then like he goes home occasionally, sees his family like growing up, and then he sees that like the big towns aren't safe, and Leesburg's sort of a small town, so he sort of retires to Leesburg and becomes the mayor.
The mayor.
Yeah.
Cool. And that makes sense because it seems like he would want to be there where his family is, but also not be a regular person. He still has to do something important.
Yeah, he
Right.
keeps it safe. So
Yeah.
it still continues to be a small town by the coast, but he just sort of hangs out, does mayorly things,
Mayorly things.
keeps monsters out of town.
And Trillium, 5 years after this mess happens.
Okay. So Trillium has become less reclusive than
Yeah.
her normal self because of all the experiences. She still lives in the forest, but she has found that people have tried to escape the towns that are being, there's anarchy and
Yeah.
bad stuff going on. And she has kind of gotten a following of peaceful people who she's teaching the ways of
Nice.
nature and the balance of nature, because that has not changed.
She has a hippie commune going on.
Yeah, so she wants to teach people that there can be balance, that there can be peace. So that's what she's doing. She enters the cities sometimes just to.
Well, there's not much city left, right? So the
Small
biggest.
towns.
You
They're actually
probably have
more
as many
druid
people
friendly
in your
than
commune
now.
as any surviving group of any surviving community.
Okay.
So
Now she doesn't tell
basically-
them all the secrets of the forest, but
Well, of course not.
she wants
She
to.
has to keep her stash.
Yeah, that's right.
So she becomes a cult leader, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Yes.
So yeah.
So what do you? Let's take a couple minutes. What do you guys think of the adventure? How did it all go?
It's great.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Where did we start? Anyone remember?
Started in
Iraq,
this.
right?
No, we started in Valchon with these
Valchon,
people
that's
stealing
Nighttime
drama.
robberies.
Yeah, it was
Small town of
like statue
Valchon.
people
Yeah.
stealing stuff.
Yeah.
The overnight thing. I didn't have them come back, by the way, because that would have just convoluted the end of it. You guys had enough to deal with. They're still out in the world somewhere, but it
Right.
didn't really matter to finish it off. But yeah, there was hobgoblins stealing stuff. You remember some of that stuff ended up in Iraq? That's where the metal was, in Gerald's Forge.
Yeah,
I ended up in jail.
You did.
Jail.
You did.
impersonating.
For impersonating a noble.
It's true. That was fun.
And then
Oh, wow.
for killing a elven princess.
Oh, yeah?
You were
You
back
got
in
framed?
Yeah, I was framed then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot we had the hookup with those guys.
Yeah. And they're probably recluses.
I might go hang out with them for a little bit too. They might do some weird stuff. Yeah.
They would have a lot of historical information, I'm sure. Yeah.
I like that my character changed a little bit. Like, she went from being like, I don't want to really hang out with you guys. This is really none of my business, but okay. And now, like, I've gone from that to, okay, I've made connections with you guys, and I want to help my friends, and, you know.
And that's a good
So
thing.
a lot of
plus
character
you're good for everyone else.
Plus, you're
Yeah.
surrounding yourself with people. You're actually bringing people to you. You know, instead of
Right,
being
yeah.
like,
So a lot of character
get off my lawn.
transformation on me.
Yeah. Get out of my forest. You kids stay out of my forest.
Yeah.
Do we remember? I'm just looking back through some of my notes here too. But back when Lenore was around, there was that Bloomfield Preparatory Academy where that was where some of that the
Wizard Academy.
framing
Yep.
happened. It was my notes there from Harak was that's when you first met Drummond. Yeah, and spent some time with the Stinky Salamander.
Yeah, it was an inn.
And we had this was from Kurt, Stinky Joe, and Miss Halifair.
Oh yeah.
Miss Halifair taught him the dirty Muriel in prison. We never quite established what that was.
The dirty Muriel.
I think our listeners should have thrown some ideas. For that.
Yeah. There was a little.
This podcast is explicit, but it's not that explicit.
It doesn't have to be. Yeah.
We had the part of the adventure was going to the abandoned castle where this necromancer was raising the dead, and one of them was actually Bob. We just gave him the name Bob. That was somebody that Breton had worked with previously, and Breton had to go tell his family that unfortunately he had been killed and turned into a zombie. But if I remember right, Laramie charged in shield first to get the Draco Lich, the animated dragon.
Oh,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think we one hit killed the necromancer that
Oh
was
yeah,
in there.
yeah, it happened. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Draco Lich just fell apart. Like I got stabbed coming straight through there, and then like the next person I think behind me, I think it was Uriel, came in and like murdered him immediately the second he came in behind me. Like I took the hit and then he murdered him.
You're a good, double team.
We had going to Mount Dumas.
Oh yeah. You go hang out with Charlie the Griffin, maybe.
It's on the list of things to do.
Yeah.
To get the Watcher back.
We had too, as part of Trillium's, we had the hobgoblins trying to burn the forest down.
Yeah, I remember
And we
that.
went and saved that. It was King Gruknock.
Yep.
And that's when we found where Trillium lived. There was a small cave near a fresh waterfall. That was her home. I don't know what these notes mean now. I don't know if Kelly might remember, but I wrote safeguard, lifeguard, exploding flowers around the home. Do you remember having exploding flowers around your home?
Not
Somebody
specifically,
else
but
said
it sounds right. It sounds right. Yeah.
So Mount Dumas, we went to visit the elves in the woods because those were the ones that the princess had been killed with Breton's arrow. I guess that's most of my notes there. The last couple of things we just did, like going to the City of Balance, to the Lost City of Balance, which is probably really, really lost now.
Really lost now.
Yeah.
And Old Man Laramie. That's where I came in.
Yep, Old Man Laramie, that's right. He came in as a 20-year-old looking 50.
Yeah.
And where was it? So where were we going there?
We went to the Wizard's workshop that he
That's
had the
it,
thing
the
in the
Wizard's
ceiling
workshop.
that he stuck
Yep.
his face down
yeah.
through.
Yep.
And the pudding hole.
The pudding hole. I got stuck in
Ew.
the pudding hole.
we went into the pudding hole.
I had to go into the pudding hole.
I'm going first.
Gross.
Cool.
God.
Any other thoughts from this adventure, Kurt?
No, I had fun. It was
It was great.
good to play with Mike again. It was good to play with Kelly.
I think the only thing I didn't do is I was thinking I should probably make a weapon for Laramie to use on the wizard later, and we didn't get there in time,
Yeah.
And then now I can't. I totally what? Weapon
What-
stuff?
what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's every now and then you walk by a fire and you think, you know what?
I got these metal
could-
tongs, but
Yeah, what do I do with this?
Now you just
I use them
opened
as
a salad bar.
chopsticks.
Salad bar, a grill. You're just constantly using these things. It always tastes awesome.
Oh yeah, amazing.
+2 ribeye.
Good.
All right. Well, on that, we're closing out the A New Frontier adventure, and I'm sure we'll be back with something else soon.
Looking forward to seeing what it is.
In the meantime, we can all say bye-bye.
Thanks for listening.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.